We are making oatmeal cookie dough ice cream today, and we're starting off by making our cookie dough, our oatmeal cookie dough. And we have 4 tablespoons of butter, so half a stick. It's already softened. We're just going to put it in our bowl. And to that, we're adding a half teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. We're going to cream these ingredients together before we add anything else. Next, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. This acts as a binder. As you add egg to any cookie dough, we're not adding egg to this cookie dough because we want it to be edible and not worry about any egg, so the cream acts as the egg. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, now what we're gonna do is add our flour and our oats. First off, I have already pre-baked my flour in the oven at 350 degrees for 5 minutes. This just kills any bacteria that may be on the flour and makes it edible. And we're gonna add it to our creamed butter and goodness. You can leave your pan lined because we're going to be using it again. And that is a 1/2 cup of flour, and now we'll also add a 1/2 cup of oats to this. All right, our dough is ready. We're going to use the same pan we used to bake the flour, and we're just going to put the dough on it because we want the dough to firm up. We're going to put it in the freezer before we add it to our ice cream. Smells very yummy. You want this to just be in as thin a layer as you can get. And you can do what I'm doing, mash it down with your hands, or you can use a spatula or an offset spatula, nice thing. The important part is that you just want an even layer. Okay, and we're gonna put this in the freezer to firm up while we make our ice cream. It should look like this. We are not baking this cookie dough. The ice cream is dough, so we want it to stay dough. We're gonna churn our ice cream. We're using our cream base, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. You can do more or less, depending on how much you like cinnamon. And we're just gonna let that churn for a little bit. Towards the end, when it's finished, when it has a really nice texture and consistency, then we will add our cookie dough and mix it by hand. So while the ice cream is churning, we're gonna cut our firmed up cookie dough into little bite-sized pieces. You can use whatever you want. I'm using a pizza cutter. We will put this back in the freezer while the ice cream continues to churn. We don't want it to get soft. We want it to stay firm. Alrighty. It's time to add our cookie dough and then fill our containers. I like to take the dasher out and mix the cookie dough in with a spatula because I don't want the cookie dough to get smashed by the dasher. And if that isn't clear, this is the dasher. So you can either add all the cookie dough or you can save some for later. It's totally dependent on you. I like to put a good amount of cookie dough in there so you can get cookie dough in every bite. This will be a yummy ice cream. For those that like oatmeal cookies, this is definitely a play on that. Having a cinnamon ice cream base, it's not a major cinnamon flavor, but just a hint of it, which is nice. Okay, on the top, I'm just gonna add a little bit of cookie dough. All right, we have 2 pints of oatmeal cookie dough ice cream, and it's gonna be great. Now you're gonna put it in the freezer for 8 hours so it can get hard. Enjoy. This is oatmeal cookie dough ice cream, and it looks really pretty. With the cinnamon ice cream in there, gives it a nice little variance in color. For me, what makes this ice cream really good is the cookie dough. Because it has a little saltiness to it, it just heightens the flavor all the way around. And the cookie dough has great texture with the oatmeal in it. Really nice. It's a great flavor. And you can get the flavor and the recipe at creamarie.com.